Well, this is where we stayed last night. We had camp near Bremen at a campsite called Paradise. It was quite nice actually. Got a swimming pool and all that malarkey. It's quite quiet. There's a few other bikers here. They got a swimming pool and all mod cons. We ate in the restaurant as well rather than cooking. Take the key back, catch Mark up, and then we're off to Motorschuur, which is near Assen and Groningen. Oh, rubbish. So we've got not very far to go today. We've only got about well, less than 200 kilometres. We made quite good progress yesterday. We're on a lot of motorways and German autobahns, so we just thought, oh, we'll just press on and have an easy day today. It was a bit intimidating yesterday. I've been bimbling around for the last 3 weeks at about 60 mile an hour. Then all of a sudden we just like fired out onto the autobahns. And unless you're doing 130 k's, it just doesn't feel safe. And then a lot of the traffic, if you had to go into the outside lane, you had to plan it quite well, because a lot of the stuff was doing a lot more than 130. And on a fully laden adventure bike with the aerodynamics of a brick, it was quite intimidating. But nobody died, we survived. It was just a very tiring day as well because of the heat. And I reckon it's going to be up to about 27 degrees today, which is a lot warmer than I've been used to, because it's been all these, you know, all the zips done up, all the vents done up, as much clothing on as you can get for Norway really. I've had like 3 or 4 layers on normally. But seeing the colour, the tan that a lot of people have got around here, they've always had very, very good weather. And the lady in the campsite was saying that we've had very good sunshine weather. So Mark's got his sat-nav set for windy route, and mine's on some kind of weird setting that Garmin's give, and we've both got about the same sort of arrival distance. So we'll see how today goes. Well, we've just stopped the night at the Motorschuur Camping with Yeast and his lovely wife, and can't recommend it enough. Absolutely brilliant. Getting rounded up by the dog. Oh, right, let's go. So we've got a slow day today, heading for the port to go home. But the dog's come running up here. Oh, crazy dog. Bye bye. Oh, it's cracking hot again. It's only supposed to be 25 today, but it's boiling hot already. Lovely out in the countryside. They got a lovely little place. They got some potbelly pigs and things like that. So all good. Great hosts. It was more like being at a family B&B than it was being at a campsite. We had the choice. We actually initially booked in the bunk room, which is like a youth hostel, but we ended up staying, because it was like this. It was boiling hot when we arrived. We decided to camp. There was a couple of other people there. There's a middle-aged couple on a pair of old 1970 Z1300 Kawasaki's, 6-cylinder ones. There's another couple on a Triumph Rocket 3, and there's a couple of young lads, one of which wasn't very well because he overdone on the beers, on a pair of Harleys, a couple of local guys on the Harleys. Yeah, they were a little bit hungover this morning at breakfast. So we had 2 nights, we had 1 night's camping, evening meal, which they basically said, do you want to join us for evening meal? And they just cooked up a big sauteed chicken dish, and if you wanted some you could have some. We had evening meal, coffee and a few beers, and then we had a vast selection of breakfast this morning, and coffee and orange juice and God knows what, and that was all for €42 for the pair of us, so about £18 each, including all our meals, and it was brilliant. Nice mix of people, all ages, so you just don't get that at like a municipal campsite, so it was well worth a visit. So we've got all day, it's 11 o'clock in the morning now. We've got all day, I think Mark's got until 2:30 or something, and then I've got until 10 o'clock tonight to catch my ferry, so we'll have an easy day. Well, that was interesting. We stopped for fuel, and Mark followed his sat nav, and it took him up the cycle path, and there was two kids on push bikes, and they had the same reaction as me. It's like, where the hell is he going? It's quite confusing because all the roundabouts have double. They have a road, and then this one doesn't, of course, because it's the first one we come to. They have a double ring, so they have you come up to a junction and it's for push bikes, and then you go another 5 feet and then it's the actual junction for the road. It's a bit strange because they have cycle paths everywhere, so Mark just went 150 metres up the cycle path to the roundabout instead of turning around and going back like I did, like a good boy. But never mind, all good fun. Well, I'm on my own now. Mark's abandoned me in a motorway rest stop. He's got to go and get his ferry a little bit earlier than mine. I've still got a few hours to wait, so I've had an hour off the bike here. He's gone on ahead to catch his ferry from Imogen to Newcastle, and I've got to wait until 10 o'clock this evening to get my ferry back to Harwich. So I stopped here for a while, had a bit of lunch, and then I go up the road, have an ice cream, have another stop, and then make my way to the ferry terminal. Right, we're about to get on. The guy here on an MV Rivale, which it looks a little bit underbiked. But they've been keeping us waiting for a long time, and then all of a sudden it's go, go, go. We've had all these push bikes jump the queue as well, so we've had to wait for them, but international sign language for line up in twos.